Hey everyone, Michael and Crystal, we've got another great question here for you today that was asked of us, and that question is, what changes have we seen in ourselves since we've started working online? Now, for those who are just joining us, we have been working online now for just over 3 years. We run a digital business online. We teach others as well how to run their own profitable online business.
So we get tons of questions all the time. So we wanted to answer that question today. So what changes have we seen in ourselves? The very first thing that pops into my mind is happiness. And if you scroll back to when we first started working online, some of our very first videos, Michael actually called me out saying that I was miserable before. And you can see how shocked I was that he said that because we were live. But it's taking me time to actually see how much I've actually changed and how much I've realized that I was unhappy. I always loved what I was doing. I was in the corporate world for 15 years. I loved it. And then we started having kids. And when we had our twins, so we have 4 kids now, that's when I really started seeing the change that I needed to be at home, but we both had to work to survive and pay our bills. So that wasn't really an option that I thought of that I could ever quit, but.
Yeah, it was a busy time. And from my perspective, just watching Crystal, I said that she was unhappy for a reason. I could see that she was burnt out. She was missing out on a lot of those really precious moments with our kids that matter. She'd have to go back to the office at night, and little things like not being able to tuck them in at night or do some family time at night before they go to bed. Yeah, I could see that.
And then when we started working online, things started going great. I started seeing success right away. So I was actually able to quit my job. So I'm so grateful for this online business because I can see the difference. I'm happy now. So that would be my number one for sure. What would you say is your number one?
I'd have to say mindset. It's interesting. You look into a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners in general, and you always hear, people like, whoever the guy is, the CEO of Apple, or who else is?
I feel like everybody talks about their morning routine, and like everyone that's so successful, they talk about this, and that you have to have a mindset, like this positive mindset.
That's right.
And you have to invest in yourself to get that mindset. For some people, it comes really naturally, and depends, I think, a lot of it kind of not only your upbringing, but your employment, because you spend so many hours at work. Yeah, and I think that's helped with Michael's
unfortunately,
mindset.
I didn't have the most positive mindset. I mean, I wasn't unhappy or anything, but when I look at myself now from how I used to be before doing this online business, my mindset has shifted entirely. Now, did I have to work on that? Sure. What did I do to do those things? I had to read a lot. I had to practice a lot of gratitude. I read things like The Magic. I ended up buying a lot of different books that I did to kind of better myself as a person and get to know myself a little bit better.
Listen to lots of podcasts. That's definitely been a thing as well.
Yeah, so that has been a true shift for me, and I'm super grateful that I've been able to have this miraculous change in my life just through mindset.
So those are the first 2 changes I'd say we noticed. Then we started to see our lifestyle change.
Yes.
And that changed in so many different ways. We went from, with me working full-time, it was really hard for me to get time off. And we were lucky to go away for 3 or 4 days, just make it like a long weekend to get away and be able to do something. It was really tough for us to be able to get that time off to go away. But since working online, you can take your business with you. All you need, we would just have our cell phone. We didn't need a computer or anything. And our business is so automated, we could just get away. So since working online, we've been able to go away on tons of vacations. And we really started in 2018, and 2019 is when we saw the huge
2019
change.
was awesome. Now, of course, you have to have money to be able to do that kind of stuff. So A, we had the time, and B, we were making lots of money in the online space. So yeah, back in 2019, we went on 12 different trips all over the place. We did Disneyland with our kids and Mexico within a 3-month.
That was a huge
span.
thing on our bucket list for sure.
Yeah. So all 6 of us to
Twins
Disneyland
went
in
on
Mexico.
an airplane for the first time. It was awesome. Actually, our son last week, he wrote something at school, and it was like, if you could go anywhere, where would it be? And he wrote Mexico, and how are you going to get there in airplane? So obviously that was really memorable for him as well.
Where else did we go? Las Vegas. We went there a couple of times in that same year. All
The
over.
States, tons of different spots in the States, just road tripping it up. And
Yeah, it was a blast.
BC. Yeah, and then obviously with COVID, we stuck more in Canada, so we did lots of traveling in BC, but still trying to go away as much as we can. Every time our kids were off, like even a couple weeks ago, they had some time off, so we took 4 days off and just spent that time with them. So I feel like it's just maximizing that time, because we only have so much time with them when they're young, and then who knows if they're going to want to hang out with us when they're older, hopefully.
That's definitely another huge change. Is just the business has given us the time and the freedom to have the ability to do these things that we want to do, which has been amazing.
So another one would be helping others. And we have been able to, the last couple years, sponsor different families at Christmas time. So that's been really, really special to our family. Last year, our kids even sold a bunch of toys so that they could use the money that they earned to purchase toys so they could kind of see for themselves. The previous years, we just paid for everything. So it was really nice to have the kids really, really involved with that. Other ways would be being able to give back to other families, other people who've dreamed of this lifestyle. And because we mentor and coach people worldwide, we're able to help other people find the same change that we have found. And so just a couple people, there's a girl named Erica that we mentor and coach. And she's a single mom when she started working online, and she's been able to purchase her first home. So I still see this picture. She has a picture of her and her kids are just jumping in the air in front of their first home.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
Something like that. Or we announced on our page last week that Ashton, we actually met her before we started working online, both of us. Michael we used to do Christmas photo shoots for people just to earn extra income. And we met Ashton because we both have twins. And she's joined our online business since, and she was out in Hawaii and she hit a major milestone in her business. She's been able to quit her job. So there's just so many people, just being able to see their lives change. That is such a huge, rewarding blessing to us, I'd say.
We really love to give back. We love to teach. We mentor and coach a lot of people around the world now, and it's so exciting to see when they're excelling in their business. It's fantastic.
So exciting. So that's just some of the changes that we've seen since we started working online. So we just wanted to answer that question. We thought it'd be easier to do with a video than typing it out, because that obviously would be a lot of information to read. So thank you for taking the time to listen to us today, and we hope you guys have a wonderful